All right, everyone, welcome. Today is May 11th, and you are in the right place if you are here for the 5 practices to activate your dream life and to live your calling class. I'm Priscilla, and I'll be your host for today. And I'm really excited to be sharing this information with you. It's really simple, and it's also really profound. And I'm so passionate about all of you truly stepping into your purpose and living a life of your dreams that really is a representation of who you are and your values and your priorities and your zones of genius, because it's my passion to make sure that you guys really live out what you're here to live and to have a really good time and a magical time doing it. It doesn't mean that life is going to be perfect. It just means that life will look and feel authentic to you. And it's not about trying to live a life based on what someone else wants for you, but what you really want and really what jazzes you up. Cool. So welcome. I would love for you guys to make this as interactive as possible. So as I was telling some of you guys before, if you scroll down on your screen, you're going to see a little chat icon. I'm going to ask you to please be interactive and to share with me any insights. I'll be asking you some questions. And also so that we can keep this as an interactive conversation. This is more of a live stream than a webinar. I don't like PowerPoint. I don't like making them. I like having real conversations with people about what it really takes to live your dream life and just honest and real truth telling. And that's really more about what this is. Think of it as you having your morning coffee with me. I have a female mic, I'll pee on it. And just getting nice and cozy and comfortable and having some virtual coffee with me. I hope that that's more how I want us to feel today as we go through this, all right? So what to expect? I'm going to share a little bit about the 5 practices to activate your dream life, why they're important, and they are based out of, Tanya, can you do me a favor? And if you have it close by, just lift up the ebook that I get my other people to do my heavy lifting, yes. So the 5 practices that we're going to be talking today come from the 13 practices to activate your dream life mini ebook that you got when you signed up. So if you didn't download it, just go back to the email that you got with the link for this, and then you will be able to download it. So the 5 practices from today come from the 13, and the 5 were really picked because I found they were divinely guided for me to pick these 5, but also because I find it's the one where people can often get tripped up the most when it comes to living their dream life, all right? And this will be interactive, so there'll be live Q&A towards the end, and if you guys stay until the end, whoever stays will be in a drawing to win a little mini intuitive reading with me. And I'm also going to be sharing towards the end of the call a really special invitation to play in a bigger energy and to really activate your dream life with me and a group of amazing women as well. All right, so most of you know me, and for those of you that are going to be listening into the replay and may just be really new to me and have no idea who I am, I'm Priscilla. I'm an intuitive business strategist and a lifestyle expert, and what I really am passionate about doing is helping women connect their soul's purpose to their business, meaning that their business really represents the gifts and the purpose that they're here to create in the world. And then I really make sure that they're not just building a business or a career, but they're really living magical lives. Because one of the things that most people don't know about me, some of you who know me closely may know, is that for the first 3 years in my business, I consciously chose to put my entire life on hold. I didn't date. I didn't go out very much. I didn't do much of anything because I consciously decided that I was going to live my life after I was successful, and left me burned out, exhausted, unfulfilled, feeling really fat and ugly and just unhappy. And I figured that there had to be more to life than this. And so then I was approaching 40. I know I look younger than my age. Sorry, I couldn't feel it. And I was ready to do more. And so I radically changed my life. And these 5 practices that I'm going to be talking about today are some that really I used in my life to really change it. So 16 months ago, for those of you that don't know me, I was chronically single for over a decade, painfully so. I was living in New York where I didn't want to live anymore. And I was a health coach. And while I loved it, it really wasn't the path for me in business that I really wanted. And so I had outgrown my business. I was unhappy and fulfilled in my personal life, and I wasn't really living. And so I was committed to living, truly living. And that was what the last 16 months have been, an adventure and an experiment in living my dream life. So today I live in sunny San Diego, for those that don't know, and it was always a dream. I see palm trees and I'm like, how the hell is this my reality these days? I wake up, I'm like, holy fuck, I feel like a tourist here. It's amazing. I'm in a relationship now for a year. Almost next month, and my business has completely changed, and I help women live their dreams and build amazing businesses as well. So, and I also went through 3 very painful career changes before I landed in this job, this career, this purpose thing, and so I understand what it's like to really be unhappy and unfulfilled in your career and in your life, and kind of what it takes to do it. Whatever your dream is, how small or big, it's totally possible. I just want to say that because I believe that in my bones, and I know you guys have magical dreams and things that you're up to, so I'm really excited about that. Okay, cool. So let's dive in. Well, actually, one thing I want to say too is that, you know, for a while, sometimes when I talk about living a dream life, people can think, well, that means it's about making more money, or some perceptions in the media that we can sometimes think about of, you know, I want to have a yacht, I want to have a jet, I want to have designer clothes. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to have a dream life where there's more money and stuff in it. But when I talk about the context of a dream life, it actually has nothing to do with material things per se. It's really about following your intuition and your inner guidance and choosing for you in such a way that your decisions include you, but they don't come at the expense of your happiness. Have you ever found yourself, and you guys, thank you, Tanya. Have you guys ever found that maybe you've made a choice to please someone else, or you've done it where you really didn't want to make the choice, but you're like, well, I guess I have to, or I should to, or most people have done that, so I guess I'm going to do that too. So if that rings a bell, please say yes in the chat box, and because it's like, yeah, like I think we're trained, right? We want to be good, we want to help everyone else, and then at the end of the day, you're like, I'm miserable, I'm cranky, I'm not happy. And it's because we made choices that excluded us, and living your dream life is about choosing you and really including yourself in your choices. And really, when I decided to make these changes in my life, my mother was, some of you know, I have a very loving and somewhat overbearing mother, and she desperately wanted me to move to Brazil with her, and I didn't want to do that. It wasn't in the cards for me, and so I chose for me. I followed the inner guidance to take a leap of faith and to move to a cross country, which felt foreign to me. I know I've lived in other countries, but like moving to California was like a culture shock too. And it really changed my life in magical, beautiful ways. And so just setting the context that a dream life is a life where you're choosing for you, where you're really honoring all of who you are, your values, your priorities, and your gifts. And you're making yourself a priority and not an afterthought, right? So, yes, got that, Julie, yes. And it means taking that leap of faith. I always tell people that, you know, living your dream life doesn't happen, you know, there isn't like a parting of the sea moment. It's usually like, I'm done with this. I am ready to do something different. I don't know how it's going to look like, but I know that there is something better for me, and I'm going to do it, because if not now, then when? You know, we're not getting any younger, and, you know, making our dreams and our life really dreamy is just a choice that we get to make because we choose it, we decide it, right? And it's just reality. So, and so there are many reasons when I chose to move here for not doing it. It felt irresponsible or crazy. I was afraid of other people's judgments, and that can happen when we choose for us, right? There is sometimes a backlash, but the benefit is that you're happy because you're doing things that are for you and not for anyone else, right? So cool. All right. So that covers a bit of the stuff that I wanted to get into before. And also living a dream life is about being happy, feeling whole and fulfilled. And I think that it's really hard, I think, for us to live a life that's really genuine and joyful if we're not doing work that we love. And we're going to talk about this in one of the practices too. Yeah, Katrina, yes. I know that the search can feel painful, right? It really is painful to go through the searching. And I really help people connect to what they're really here to do, and then the how-to and the clarity of how to go about that. I think, Tanya, you can speak to that. Like we started out with an idea, and we fleshed out an entire business and a brand for you that's so gorgeous and amazing. So that's wonderful. All right, so I'm going to just hop into these 5 practices, and I think we're doing really good on time. And they're really actually very simple. If you want to learn a little bit more about them, and there are even more exercises, you can get them from the ebook, you know, the 13 practices to activate your dream life. But I just want to, you know, spark the conversation here with you guys, and thank you, Tanya, and see what comes up for you. And this is the time to get your little fingers on the little thing here and start chatting with me. So the first practice to activate your dream life that I want to talk about, it makes me laugh because you guys are probably going to look at me like, what? Is to have fun. So the question is, how much fun are you having in your life? Please tell me. Please tell me, please chat. Do you feel like you're having enough fun in your life, or at least a decent amount of fun? So here's what I want to tell you. Not enough, Tanya, yes, I know. And I used to think that fun was frivolous. I just didn't have time for fun because, I mean, literally, like my to-do list, like whose to-do list is not massive, right? And all that. But what I learned, and I was guided to share with you, is that fun is actually paramount to creation. It's not frivolous. It is not an afterthought. Have you noticed what happens when you have more fun in your life? Just tell me. For me, I feel more alive. I feel more joyful. I feel more present. I get inspired. I have creative ideas. I feel alive, refreshed, more productive. Yes, absolutely. Exactly. And so you feel more content. Yes, more present. Exactly. And so, you know, I'm all about the big stuff. Like I want to go on a balloon ride. I want to go take a surfing class here in San Diego, which is great. Good positive energy. Yes, Andy. And, but I found that for me, fun and fulfillment comes in simple pleasures. Have you guys noticed that maybe if you had a really shitty day, but if at least you did one thing that really made you happy, like if it was just having a cup of tea, or see, I even lit my little candle here for you guys. Like these little things, like I wake up and I make a really nice, yummy cup of coffee in the morning. I go for a walk. I have bubble tea, which I'm obsessed. If you don't know, Google it. It's coffee. It's really good. I sit in the couch at night and I cuddle with Alex, right? Or sometimes I pet sit, and it just brings me so much fun and joy and playfulness. Alex and I sometimes go play soccer. I mean, who knew? Actually, I'm pretty decent. I guess I'm a Brazilian, right? There's blood in me for soccer. And so it's just been amazing how I just made that choice that every day I am going to do something that is fun and that gives me pleasure. It can be pleasure, fun, enjoyment. Because then I feel like my day just was worth it somehow, you know? And it wasn't just like I wasn't just drudging through stuff. Yes, Julie, walking on the beach. I know if we live by the beach, I live 4 miles from the beach and I barely get there once a week. Sometimes I'm like, what? Well, it's May gray and June gloom here in San Diego, so I have an excuse. Not really, but you know, my point is, where can you add more fun into your life? So is there one area, one thing that you guys either can be doing on a daily basis, or that you've been wanting to try or do, that you can add into your daily or weekly practice to give you, to add more fun into your life? So anyone want to have any ideas? Walk on the beach in the mornings. Why don't you join me? Svetlana, yes, let's do that. I will. Okay, so Svetlana and I met here in San Diego, and she's an amazing health coach. And she's inviting me to walk on the beach. So, damn it. I got to do it now. Oh, yay. Let's do it. Totally. I will. I will message you later about that. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So anything come up about this concept of fun? Are you noticing any resistance? Like, yeah, but she doesn't know what I'm talking about. She doesn't know what my life is really about. You know, I just, because sometimes it's, the thing about these practices that they're simple and they're profoundly life-changing, but they also are sometimes not logical or might seem counterintuitive to what our brain is taught to do. And the other thing about this concept, yes, Heather, fun and reading. I love, reading is fun. I think it is. I think what I want to say about these practices is that they're really about connecting you to yourself. You know, and I didn't say this enough before. These are about really getting you to understand yourself, hear the voices that, exactly, morning power hour. This is really, all of these things are about helping you get more connected to your truth, to hear the messages and the voices and the inspiration that's here to help you live the life that you're here to live. So this isn't about just go have fun. It's about actually something much deeper. It's about you connecting to life force, into what's really possible in your life, and to nurture that from within you, as opposed to all the distractions that we have from outside ourselves, right? I found that as I've been doing these practices and I'm sharing with you, I feel more and more grounded and centered, which is really helpful and has really helped with my stress level too, because sometimes my stress goes off the roof. So if any questions about the fun piece, or if there's any resistance around that, please let me know. And then I'm going to get into the second one. So the second practice to activate your dream life is passion. So how excited are you on a scale of 1 to 10 on the amount of passion in your life, in what you're doing? So Wendy, with your writing. Tanya, 7. Okay. Okay, 6. Heather, great, thanks. 7 to 8. Okay, good. 6. Okay, I think I'm at about a 6 or a 7, too. So what's been missing, guys? What's missing that could maybe take the passion level up a bit? Is there a place maybe where you've become a little bit complacent, or you've just, you know, been too busy to focus on an area of your life? Is there one thing that you could do to really, doing the stuff I'm not good at? Oh, yes, thank you. So, Vidana, thank you. Let me just go back for a moment for fun. Oh my God, huge point. Thank you for mentioning this. Guys, are you having fun in your work and in your careers? Like I told you, I was having no fun. It was just like a to-do list, let's just bang it out, because I was chasing an outcome. So there was no joy in the process. So my question to you, too busy doing, not enough being, exactly. So these practices are about you being more a certain way and operating from a more feminine space versus a more masculine to-do space, if that makes sense. So that goes back with the passion. Where can you activate your senses? Where can you feel more passionate in your life, in your relationships, with your body, with other people? Is there anything that comes up when I talk about passion and how to maybe infuse a little bit more passion into your life? Just think about that for a moment. I think for me, if I were to be honest, I think there's a little bit of a level of complacency that, you know, things are okay, but there are definitely a few other areas where, even in my relationship, or just like the choices I make on a day-to-day basis to make me feel more, when I think of passion, I think of feeling alive, you know, just really invigorated. Need to get quiet so I can connect with what I need at this point in my life. Yes, and we're going to talk about stillness a little bit too. So here, if your career doesn't really doesn't allow you to have passion in your life right now, where do you have an outlet for you to express your passions? That's really what I want you to think about. For me, I know that doing work I love is paramount to feeling passionate, because if I don't have it, I can't operate. You know, I need that level of fulfillment. But do you have a passion, or is there something or a hobby that you really want, that you enjoy and that you want to maybe pursue? I know this might sound like an old lady, but I kind of want to go to quilt. I like quilting and sewing. I know, Tanya, your face said it all. You're like I gave you sour grapes or something. I like to sew and quilt and like do a little knitting. I know I sound like an old lady, but these are things that are passionate and exciting and fun for me. You know, sometimes I think passion and fun can also be interwoven together, right? But so are you passionate about what you're doing in your career? And if not, what is something that you can do about that to shift it? And how important is really living a life of passion for you? Because the more you have passion in your life, the more alive you will feel, right? Yes, one of my friends does that, so that it's calming for millennials, for most of her clients. What is calming, Katrina, for them? Can you say? So in any event, I just want you to examine, yes, bye Wendy, thanks. So I want you guys to think about where can you add more, hey Svetlana, and where you can add a little bit more passion into your lives right now and what's missing. And if marketing isn't fun, then there are a couple of things to do. Is the marketing that you're currently doing not exciting because it's not really in alignment with you? Is it because you're doing stuff that you feel other people have told you to do? Or is it just that you need to get more comfortable with the concept of just marketing in general and connecting with other people and maybe reframing it in a way, oh, because it hasn't been working. Okay, got it. Yes. So in terms of the marketing, if it hasn't been working, then maybe there are a couple of things that we can talk about, both energetically, in terms of energetic alignment, as well as alignment in terms of the actual marketing activities that you're doing as well. So if you want to talk to me a little bit later about that, we can just chat and see what's going on there. So cool. So passion is the second one. The third practice to activate your dream life, hey Heather, glad to see you. I'm so glad that you're here, is keeping the vision for your dream life front and center in your life. Some of you might have a vision board or a dream board or a song that anchors you to your dream life. So there are a couple of elements here to this. And the first aspect is, what do you already know about the dream life that you want to live, that you can start as a starting point? So we can go through different aspects. So are you living in a geographic location that you love? Do you live in a house that supports you? In a city that you like? Are you doing work that you enjoy? We talked about passion before. If not, what needs to shift? Are the relationships in your life fulfilling and supportive for you right now? Do you feel excited and hopeful about your dreams? Do you know what those dreams are? Do you think they're possible to come true? So as I talk about these things, how much of what your dream life do you already have kind of in your mind's eye? So can you guys share with me? I don't know how, and it's overwhelming. Svetlana, what's overwhelming? The marketing or the dream life part? So, of the marketing. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yes, I understand. Well, I can help on that one. I know I can feel that way too. So the key part of really living a dream life and really choosing for you is knowing what to choose, right? Choosing, like, what do you really want? Really, this conversation comes down to, what do you want? If I could give it to you in like this, right, in a snap, or if you knew you had 1 week to live, or I don't know, 6 months or a year to live, and we cut out the bullshit, what do you really want? I mean, honestly, if you could just say it without thinking, like, well, you could probably go like, well, if I would really like to have $1 million and live by the beach and, not have to do my housework, probably. I mean, it's amazing if you're just being honest with yourself. What do you really want? I mean, that's one of the most powerful questions I have ever moved to Australia. Really, Katrina? How cool! Oh my God! I've got lots of friends that I've either lived or know people in Australia. I could totally hook you up. Travel. Yes, I want to travel too. To live in a community. Cool. Yes. Travel the world, sharing my message. Yes. Tanya, you're so on your way to doing that. It's just, you're already doing it. Come on. You're already in the United States. You're from St. Lucia. It's already happening. So what I want you to know is that little whispers, those nudges that you have in your soul, right? They're coming from your soul. The things that you know that you really want to have are possible. They're there for a reason. It's not an accident, right? It may not be happening right now, but if you keep that in your mind's eye, it's a possibility. So what's possible for right now for you, and how do you want to feel? How will these dreams make you feel? Because it's so much about not just what you're creating for yourself, what you're chasing, but what the dream will allow you to feel and experience, right? Because the dream life is all about experience. It's not really about stuff. So if you travel the world with Tanya, how will that make you feel? Or Svetlana, if you live in a community, how will that make you feel? And Katrina, if you move to Australia, how will that make you feel? Right? Content, yes. And so living the dream, fulfilled, yes. And so part of, as you're thinking about what you really want and how it's going to make you feel, it's also about today, you have an ability actually to generate more of those feelings in your life right now. Where can you, Tanya, feel more content and fulfilled now? Svetlana, where can you feel more complete now? Heather, where can you feel free and in the flow and more joyful now? Maybe if it's not in the business stuff, maybe there's an element in the your body or in your relationship, just where can you feel that? Some of you guys might know the book, The Desire Map, right, by Danielle Laporte. So I have the book, but I never really read it until in January when I was starting the year. And I wrote down, and this is an exercise that's in the ebook that you guys got, for every area, a specific area in your life, your relationships, your body, your business, how do you want to be feeling? So for my body and my health, I want to feel joyful, glowing, and radiant. That's the one I can remember now. So honestly, what makes me feel radiant is like scrubbing my face because it glows and it shines, and then I put nice cream on it that smells good. I swear to God, I feel like $1,000,000. It's really simple, right? It's those simple pleasures. In business, to feel fulfilled and connected, it's about how can I market in a way that feels like me, right? And like for me, doing the Zoom thing, even though it can feel scary as shit sometimes to see all these faces looking at me, it's really exciting at the same time to be able to see you guys and to connect in a real way. I don't like PowerPoint. Maybe there's a space for that, but I gave myself permission to say, okay, here's my preparation. Can you guys see it? It's a real big mess. I have the slightly better version of it here. But I gave myself permission to not have a whole outline, because before I would have like 12, 15 pages of an entire script for a call. And that is so horrible and sickening. I can't, So I said, okay, I'm just going to do it my way. And hopefully not bore you guys to death in tears. All right. So the point is, maybe there's a visual. Like for me with Tanya is a client of mine, and she gave me this gorgeous statue with a gorgeous message. And this reminds me every day why I get up and I face my demons of why I do what I do. It's a reminder somebody cares. I changed someone's life. And if I did that, no matter what, I can change someone else's, and I've been doing this lately, which is really bizarre. Let me show you this. Looks like a mind map. Don't try to understand, it's a mess. But when I was in my records, I downloaded the whole vision for, it says Dream Life Vision Board. It's more like a mess, but it has all of the words that really evoke like joy, community, fun, magic, love, ease. Like I look at this every day. This is what I look at to keep me grounded and why I'm doing what I'm doing. It keeps me passionate and excited. And it has a lot of the things, all the projects that I'm doing at the same time. So I've been doing this lately with the different projects, and it's been really helpful because I'm very visual. So this is what keeps the vision alive. And I have a list of the things that I want to create this year and how I want to feel. Because what I noticed is that I used to chase a dream, but I wasn't enjoying the dream journey on the path to getting there. I was hating the journey, which meant that there was little fulfillment even when I got to my goal. So what I'm teaching you here is to really, yes, Tanya, your heart is full. Now I want to teach you a way of being and connecting where you're present, where you're grounded, and where you're feeling content now, not just when you get something, because that can be a really dangerous trap to fall into. Make sense? Anyone, does this say yes, no? Any comments? Chat. Okay, thanks. All right, so the fourth practice to activate your dream life is stillness. So I want to talk about a morning practice. So do you guys have a morning practice or a daily ritual, a practice that you do, whether it be meditation, walking, swimming, something that you do? Just let me know if you have a morning practice at all. Your dreams, I put them down, but I don't usually do them. Yeah, so Katrina, I would definitely recommend something. It can be an image on your smartphone. It can be something on your wall or a sheet of paper, whatever works for you, a song that will anchor you into your vision on a daily basis. Svetlana, yes, it's hard with a toddler. Okay, so sometimes it can be as simple as 5 minutes when the toddler is asleep, and then you just have 5 minutes where you meditate, or you just breathe, or maybe it's in the shower. Maybe your 5 minutes of connecting of stillness is just in the shower. Plus, we get great ideas in the shower. I do, or washing dishes, or whatever. So it's really about stillness. So for me, I'll be honest, I hate stillness. You can put a drill through my head before I want to be still. I just hate it. But I was guided to start a morning practice that I also want to share with you guys. And it's blown me away. Sometimes the thing you resist the most, right, is the thing that you most need to try or do, right? Because we have all the reasons. I didn't want to sit down, and I live with a man who is a Buddhist who has this amazing, gorgeous altar. And he lets me sit there. And so I would just sit there, and it smelled like incense and all that. And so here's my morning practice. I sit down, and I have this little journal. And do you guys know morning pages where you just free flow, write all your flack? So I just write down, I hate my life, this all sucks, this is never gonna work, it's gray, I fought with my friend yesterday, whatever. So I just jump all the crap on the page. So it's like a daily, the way that my guides described it was like dropping all the daily illusions. It's almost like, brushing your teeth or throwing out the trash. You gotta do it consistently, because otherwise it begins to accumulate. Then I write down what I'm grateful for. And sometimes, believe me, I hate doing that too. I'm not grateful for this. Nothing looks the way I want. I'm such a bitch when it comes to being grateful. I really am not very good at it. But I write down what I'm grateful for anyway. And then I ask the universe to align body and soul to the energy of abundance. And what I was told is that the energy of abundance is the energies of joy, love, and laughter, I believe. And so when I feel connected to this energy of abundance, sometimes it takes a minute, sometimes it takes 5. I've written down 10 intentions right here. And I read them out loud. So one of my intentions is I'm excited to market myself to a highly engaged group of amazing women who love what I believe in and easily convert into my offers, right? And the other one is my income exceeds my goals every month, and I'm open to receive money from expected and unexpected sources, right? And so I read this when I'm in the energy of abundance. And then for me, since I access the Akashic Records, I enter the records, I ask to exit the energy of abundance, and I stay in that energy. And then the most important part, which I would recommend for you, is I just ask my higher self, what is the inspired action that you would have me do today to move me in the direction of my dreams? And I ask, and I wait until I hear something. And sometimes it doesn't make any sense, like go out or focus on this. But I have found that once I leave this practice, which sometimes takes 30 minutes, sometimes take an hour, but if you have 5 minutes, then just be still for 5 minutes. Just get back to your center. I reconnect to my truth. I'm calmer. I feel more grounded. I feel more peaceful. and I feel more on purpose, meaning I'm proactive with my day instead of being reactive. You know, when you feel like, I got to do this and I'm being told this, and it's just about going back to center, right? Which is so, so pivotal and important. And so, does this make sense, guys? Do you guys, how does stillness, play into your lives? Is this something that you do? Like, it could be meditation, it could be breathing, it could be just sitting outside in nature. Sometimes I just sit by the pool and I just look at the sky, and that's my version of, because you can hear, like, you can give yourself space to actually hear what you want to create in your life if you just shut up and stop and you just be, right? Because you have the infinite wisdom already within you. And believe me, it took several weeks ago, my back was so stiff from so much stress. And then I was doing this morning practice before I went to sleep because of course I'm contrary and of course I'm resistant as shit, right? And so I was calm at the end of the day, and I'm like, why am I not doing this in the morning? And the moment I began doing this morning practice, I'm like, my entire day is different. So I got the message, universe, spirit, guides. And plus, you know that all successful people on the planet, including Tony Robbins, right, talk about the hour of power, the 15 minutes to fulfillment, or whatever it is. All successful people connect with themselves on a daily basis. And these practices that I'm talking to you about, they might seem like spiritual or sacred practices if you want to look at them, but they should definitely be, and Svetlana, you're going to like this, they definitely need to be paired with basic self-care practices. God damn it, go to sleep. Drink some water, eat food regularly, preferably healthy food, right? That isn't going to clog you down. And so it's really about, if you're going to feel like you're living an amazing life, vitality is a pretty big part of it, right? So just go back to the basics. Make sure that these practices are also grounded in self-care, because they're all about self-care. They're about you choosing you and honoring yourself enough to take care of yourself and to be in the best shape to live your best life. All right, final practice. We're almost there. Possibility. Live in possibility. Live in a state of joyful possibility. So, do you guys have any gremlins and voices in your head that tell you you can't do it? It's never going to happen. It's going to take too long. You're not cut out for this. Someone has done it already. It's too good to be true. It's just too complicated. It's too expensive. I don't know how, right? All of the above. So living in joyful possibility for me goes back to kind of what I was talking about with number one, is to consider what will get you to feel joyful and to feel good and to feel relaxed and expansive. Because I have found that the more relaxed I am, the more creative I also am. And actually I'm more productive because there's more flow. Right. And so possibility is about where can you create more flow in your life, right? If you're a morning person, but you're trying to work at night, are you going against your flow, right? If you're honest with yourself, like, to be honest with you, about 4 to 5 hours of time is as much productive time as I usually have business-wise in my day. Like writing-wise, I can't write for more than 4 chunks of hours in a day. I need to take a big break and then go back. So it's really about honoring yourself, choosing for you, and doing it and also looking at where there might be some energy leaks in your life. People, environments, things that are just taking away and bringing you down. So what can uplift you, empower you, make you feel more excited and about possibility? And what makes you feel good? Seriously, like, what makes you feel good? For me, in the afternoon at 3 o'clock, I stop and I go to the park and I walk and I have bubble tea. And sometimes I talk to a friend, and that keeps me in possibility. It keeps me excited and connected, and I need connection. So what is it that will make you feel good and enhance your mindset? and how you feel. And some of you know access consciousness, and Tanya, I know you know this too, right? A little quick thing is, does something feel light or does it feel heavy for you? Like if you're going to go out to the park, does it feel light or does it feel expansive and true for you, or does it feel heavy, like contracted? So when you're living in possibility, you're living in a lightness. You're choosing the light choices for you over the heavy ones. And so Lana, we were talking about this in the Dream Life Facebook group, right, about your house purchase. And, you know, some of it felt heavy, and then it's just identifying, well, where's the heaviness come from? Because something that feels heavy is always a lie. When something feels true, it feels lighter, right? So just ask yourself, does this choice feel light or does it feel heavy? The light choice is usually the better choice for you. It might mean that there might be some heaviness and some discomfort along the way to get to the lightness, but lightness will create more lightness, heaviness will create more heaviness. So how is this landing, you guys? So here's a recap. So the 5 practices to activate your dream life. Have more fun and play in your life. Where can you add that in? What's missing? Simple pleasures. Passion, right? Where can you infuse more passion into your life, your work? How can you keep your vision anchored in your day-to-day life so that you stay committed when it gets hard, when you want to quit, when you're not feeling like it, when you want to say screw everyone and screw everything and there must be something wrong? Practice stillness. Connect back to who you are. Connect to why you're doing what you're doing, and ask for guidance. You have the answers already within you. That part of you that's resisting, if you're resisting any of this stuff, then it's like Tony Robbins says, if you can't, then you must, right? So you've got to do it. And then to do what will make you feel good and stay in this joyful sense of possibility. Because the more I kept on writing about dream life, the more I realized it's really about joy. It's just about joy. And, you know, joy can happen and experienced in so many different ways, right? What will bring you more joy? And sometimes, and usually I have found it is the simplest of things, right? Because here's what I believe. Your dreams are sacred. You have a sacred purpose in the world. This is my personal point of view and belief. And that when you get to share that with the world, you make it a better place. You enhance all of our lives and you increase the vibration of the world. And these practices are helping you be the change. You be the inspiration. You don't have to have it all figured out. Nobody does. I don't care who you are. It's just about you being in an energy of gratitude, of joy, of possibility, as much as you can, because that will be magnetic to everything else that you're trying to invite into your life. I cannot tell you how many people sometimes tell me, oh my God, you're such an inspiration. And I'm like, you have no idea, like the mess that's my life, right? But here's what I do know, and I wrote this for an article that I submitted for publication, is that when I put my head on the pillow at night, I know that I am living in alignment with my life, with my truth, with my purpose. I'm doing the best I can with what I know today. Tomorrow I can do better. And I'm at peace with myself. Of course, there are things I want to improve. There's stress, there's doubt, and all of that comes with it. But I know that I've made choices and I've created a life that looks and feels like me. That I took the bold step. I was courageous and I was willing to do it. And there is such a sense of pride and joy and fulfillment that nobody can take from me, you know, because I was willing to face the hard stuff that I needed to do to get here. And it's just, if anything, it's opened up. Like, what else can I create now? You know, because if I've gone through this, what else is possible? And I'm not going to lie to you, there are many days, the last 8 weeks in particular, where I have wanted to quit every single day and tell all of you to go to hell. But it happens. And so I think to have this illusion that you're just constantly going to be like this go-go energizer bunny, that, oh, it's always going to be perfect, I'm always going to be excited. You are going to want to quit all the time. The cycle of quitting is a part of the dream, right? It's going to get hard. You're going to get tested. You're going to be challenged. It's going to get hard. And you're going to want to say, screw it. And so these practices will help you get connected back to yourself and to, no, Tanya, no. And it's, but believe me, it can be hard, you know, and part of it is like, are you really committed? to being true to yourself, which is what really the dream is really all about, and the journey is all about. And yes, it is a roller coaster, which is why it can be really challenging. There are ups and downs and all of that. So speaking about this, and what I have also found is that, you know, when I was going through this massive career change and deciding to move here, and my mother was moving from New York to Brazil, I was so terrified of stepping into something so unknown that I joined a mastermind group, a 6-month mastermind group. And I knew that I needed some place to be so that I wasn't alone when shit hit the fan. Because I just, you know, sometimes friends aren't always completely reliable, right? Or they have stuff that happen, they get really busy, they mean well. So I needed a container where I could go and just know I was supported for the 6 months going through that massive transition, and people to tell me I'm not crazy, you can do it. And so I want to just mention now and set the invitation for the guys here, and also especially the people that for the replay, that I wanted to create a container where you could get to really live your dream life and step into a bigger energy and play a bigger game. Because I found that dreams thrive in community, not in a vacuum and in isolation. So I've created a 6-month container called the Dream Life Incubator that's starting next month. And it's a 6-month group program where you bring your dreams to the table. And whether it be working on your business, you want to change your career, you want to work on a particular area of your relationship or some areas, and we're going to actively take you step by step into making those dreams a reality and helping you navigate the ups and downs that can come with all of that experience of upgrading and up-leveling your life. And so let me see if I can practice the screen share and actually share it here with you guys. Hold on. Can Priscilla do this? I'm seeing a whole bunch of other stuff and not what I want. Maybe it's because I might have closed it out. Oops. Okay, so maybe I can't. So I'm going to put it into the chat box if you guys want to check it out. It's called the Dream Life Incubator. We're starting next month. And it's perfect if you've kind of already done some work, and like maybe you've worked with a business coach, or you maybe done some work on yourself, but you want to, like, you just need ongoing support and guidance, and which is why it's incredibly affordable. And you have 2 Alt-S to screen share. Oh, I love people that know what they're doing. Alt-S, yes, but the thing is that it was on the on my screen, and now it's not, and it doesn't let me minimize. Here, let me just see something. Here we go. Hang on, just a sec. Let me see if it'll allow me to do it now. Here it is. Hold on, let me see if I can do it. Can you guys see it? I think you can, right? Yes? Please nod if you can say yes. Okay, good. So this is what it is, Dream Life Incubator. So you can scroll down here and just take a look. We just finished it this morning, guys. Talk about imperfectly done. And so we're going to be focusing here on 4 areas of your life. Lifestyle. Isn't this cool? Like, you can scroll over it and something else happens. I love this kind of stuff. Anyway, that's just me. So we're going to look at your lifestyle, right? Create a lifestyle that feeds your soul. We're going to look at your relationships, deepen your relationship to yourself. We're going to look at your soul's purpose and your mindset, and really help you uncover your purpose and really create a life that's in alignment with that. And we're going to talk about money and owning your value and marketing yourself authentically, and really being magnetic to money. And so there are 2 tracks. So the main track is the Kickstarter, where you're going to have 2 calls with me a month, where we're going to have live Q&A, coaching, and support. And then there's going to be a 30-minute call that's going to be a training call with me or with an expert, and we're going to talk about relationships, money, divine feminine, doing business differently. Each month we're going to have a different topic that we're going to focus on. Every month we're going to have a 90-minute Akashic Record healing circle, where we're going to do some healing and clearing around different areas that are stopping you and holding you back. You're going to have 90-day goals that you're accountable for, and buddies, and a Facebook group. Now, if you know that there's something about you that you want to focus on, the one-on-one specifically, meaning that you like, Priscilla, I want time with you every month because I need to work on, you know, my program, or I want my career change. The tier 2 is where you have one 60-minute call with me a month, and that can be a coaching call, or that can be an intuitive business reading with me, where we go into your Akashic records and I give you the clarity and the guidance that you want. So you get plenty with the Kickstarter track if you want to just do that. You're still going to have access to me, but within the group forums, the calls and the Facebook group. Or if you want to do the second tier, then I want you can get a 60-minute call with me. I will say though, like if you know that for you don't want to have access to me every month, but there might be some months that you want to have 1 hour with me, then you can add on that extra and pay me extra. It's about $250 for a session if you just want to put it on every other month or so when you feel the need to it. So the tier 1 is $350 a month. If you want to have time with me, it's $500 a month. The reason this is so affordable is because I want your dreams to be a reality, and I want you not to break the bank to make everything you need come true. And I have decided to go bananas because I like to go bananas. So here's the deal. If you sign up by the end of this month, you're not only going to get your 6 month for free, so you're really paying for 5 months and getting the 6 month for free. Crazyville. And if you sign up by the end of this week, I'm also going to give you a 1 hour clearing session with me. We can do it in the records, or we can do it as an access consciousness clearing. So that the extra bonus if you sign up by the end of this week, it doesn't matter if you pay in installments or if you want to pay in full. And if you sign up by next month, you also get to have your 6 month for free. And which is amazing. And I know Tanya is on the line. Tanya, do you mind sharing a little bit about your experience working with me? It's just been, oh, okay, how do I do this? Hang on. Do I click on something and it's gonna go crazy? Oh, Jesus. How do I get out of screen share? That's the other thing. Let me see, let me try Alt S again and see what happens. Oh, crap. I knew this was going to happen. I always get stuck with this stuff. Does anyone know? Let me see here. Show small active speaker. Show large active speaker video. Nope, don't want that either. Hang on. Hold tight. Can someone unmute themselves and tell me what to do next? Oh, here we go. Hold on. Pause share. Pause share. Okay. Manage participants. No, don't want to manage participants. I just want to see all of you again. Hold on. More. Stop recording. You've got to love this.
I think it's somewhere on the top of the screen from what I remember.
Yeah.
To stop the screen share.
Yes. It says manage participants. Mute all, unmute all. I don't want to unmute them, guys. Let me see if I just press escape. Can you guys still see me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's good. Okay.
Yeah, there's an options button up at the top. Go under options. And does that get us back?
Chat, audio options, stop share. Let me see here. Stop share. There we go. Yeah, it's called stop share. That's easy enough. Good grief. Thank you. I'm telling you, I'm learning how to do things imperfectly all the time. Thank you. You guys are so amazing. Thank you for helping me. So Tanya, so I wanted to spend a moment. Tanya is going to be joining the incubator. I'm so excited. And she's like, yes. So Tanya and I worked together for a year individually, one-on-one. And Tanya is a medical doctor, family physician of 23 years from St. Lucia. And she came to me a little trepidatious and scared exactly a year ago. We met on Facebook, of all things. And she said, Priscilla, I have a dream. I'm burned out from being a doctor. And I have this dream of empowering women to live healthy lives. She went to the Institute for, she also went to IIN. So Svetlana, here's another IINer. Woohoo. Heather, did you go to IIN too or no? No? Okay, but you're like a family for us anyway. And so she had become a health coach, and she wanted to transition from being a doctor all the time, even though she has her clinic still. But she had no idea, what do I do? How do I do a business online? And we literally started from zero, right? We had an idea and a desire. Now I can't hear you, so speak up, Tanya.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, there we go. Yeah, speak nice and loudly. So if you can just share like what it was like when we started working a year ago, and like how you feel about what we've created in the last year and why you want to continue.
Okay, I was lost a year ago. Totally lost. I knew that there was more, but there was no clarity as to what it was going to be like or what it would look like. It was all blurry there in the future, knowing it would happen. Working with Priscilla helped me clarify so many things about the programs I was going to host. And I got more confident as time progressed after working with her, knowing that I was on the right track. And she gave me such wonderful ideas of how to develop my new business. She held my hand when I needed hand holding. She gave me a swift kick in the butt when I needed it. It was all done in a very nurturing and supportive and loving environment. And when we were coming to the end of it, I think I was almost in tears last week, and I was asking her, so what do we do now? I can't imagine life without having a conversation every month. I have so much more clarity. I literally started with zero. Now I have my website up, my page up. I have launched 2 programs, sold them. In fact, she didn't even know that. I surprised her by telling her, guess what? In the month, I sold 2 programs and filled it. So I have come from 0 to 50 in that year.
Yeah.
And I need the support from her. I need the hand holding. I need her ideas. Priscilla is very, she has a lot of great ideas, but the way you put it, Priscilla, makes me feel that we work together to develop the new business. And that's what I like. It's only if it feels right for me, but it seems that she inherently knows what feels right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I love the Akashic Records part, because it really made me feel it gave me the confidence at that time in my life where I needed something extra. So the coaching with the Akashic readings, it was a beautiful combination, and I'm signing up this week for the 6-month incubator for sure.
Yes, I'm so excited. Yay! And so can I read what you wrote here? It was so lovely. She said, when she gave me this beautiful gift, which she gave me a week ago, and a surprise in the mail, she said, "Dear Priscilla, thank you for helping me find my way back to living fully and deeply." So that's what I'm most proud about. She has a clinic in St. Lucia, a very active clinic, a medical clinic. She is now in Florida with her 3 children, supporting them, which was a dream, because as a doctor, she didn't have all that time to really be fully a mother, like just devoted to her kids. She's been building her business. She, even though it hasn't come out yet, she was accepted, had an article written in the Huffington Post about a week or so. She's been writing another really great blog. She's, there's so many exciting things there. She has an amazing brand that looks and feels like her, an awesome freebie, the Dreamcatcher ebook, right, that we created. Programs that are really exciting. She's developing a 6-month program, hopefully, that we talked about, we'll see, of her own, that's going to be similar to the incubator. And she's just, she's had, 25, 27 people in each of her group programs?
Yeah.
So she's living more. She's more connected to the truth. She found her dream. She made it happen her way. She's still a mother. She's still a wife. She's still studying for her medical exam, right? She's going to take later this year in integrative medicine, holistic medicine. She still travels to St. Lucia. She still has her clinic. She still goes and exercises and lives her life and meditates when she can. This is more so than not. And she's actually making money. So she's making money. She's beginning to get her return on her investment. My goal is that people when they sign up to work with me is always that they make their money back, if not more. Because I don't want you, because I've been in that experience where you spend a lot of money on programs and you just collect programs, but you actually don't make money. I'm like, no. You're going to make money and you're going to do it your way, and you're going to do it in a way that makes you happy, and you're fucking living, right? You're not killing yourself, because that's what we did. You know, like, she's not the kind of person to do like lavish launches and sales funnels. Like, fuck that shit. It was so not her. She did it the old way. Hi, you're interested in my program. Do you want to sign up? Yes. Okay, let's do it. And she got the people that way. It was just, and she did it.
I followed my gut, and Priscilla always told me, if it feels light for you, go for it. And as soon as I felt light, I would do it. And lo and behold, I have 27 people.
Yes, absolutely. She's teaching the May Cause Miracles programs by Gabby Bernstein, because one of the things that Tanya's so good at it. She teaches spirit. She really is really passionate about the spiritual aspect of mind, body, spirit wellness. And now we began working on developing a program of her own, which is really her signature program to help people learn about her principles and how to have more miracles in their life and to live their dreams and be healthy in the process. So someone's on the fence or wondering, you know, could, you know, if they feel the connection to me. So what was it that when you spoke to me, because you done a reading with me, but then you jumped into a bigger program. So what made you decide?
It felt right. And I think the initial reading sort of confirmed what deep down I knew, but I was afraid to acknowledge. And I knew I needed somebody who believed in the deeply spiritual aspect of business. And what Priscilla does is have you develop a soul-based business. So you make money, but there's a business that has a heart and a soul behind it. And these are the most successful businesses. And I think this is what drew me to Priscilla from day one, that together we could create a soul-based life with a soul-based business.
Yes. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Look at that smile. Oh, we're going to get into so much trouble together for the next thing. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting a little bit happy here. So thank you so much, Tanya, for sharing that. So this is just an example of what's possible. I don't want to spend more time on this. If you want to talk to me about this, you can email me, priscilla@priscillastefan.com. If you're doubting, you know, can I get enough? I want to grow my business as a part of this. You can definitely do this. That's what I do. The dream life is the bigger picture. Like, we make sure that you're living and you have a lifestyle that supports your life. And we're also going to look at your business more specifically, and also how to market yourself in a way that's authentic to you and that's fun, Svetlana. You know, it's not going to be crazy. I'm actually going to be doing a biz booster at the at Hero Hub on how to market in a way that's for you, because I don't believe in doing marketing in a way that feels horrible. I will tell you that putting this webinar together was, in many times with all the writing, painful as shit. But now that I'm here, it was really exciting. But the point is that I made it my own. Like, I made it a live stream. I didn't make it some PowerPoint thing. And I want you guys to get to know me and for us to have a conversation, because this is who I am. Even, isn't this true? Like, even Tanya, when we're in our coaching calls, it's like, it's a conversation. You know, we're just collaborating together. I'm not some guru.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's not you telling me what to do. It's a collaboration. It's just meshes. We just mesh, and you seem to inherently know what I need, and with the Akashic readings and the clearings, and so it's been the most wonderful combination of coaching with spiritual living. And I told people that I was seeing in pastels before, and now everything is bright, brilliant, bold, primary color, and it's true. It has been like that. It really has.
Thank you. Like life in Technicolor, right? It's truly that way. Thank you so much. I'm so honored. Don't make me cry, damn it. You're so lovely. Thank you. All right, so enough about the Priscilla Gushing Love Fest, but if the Dream Life Incubator feels like something where you want, and I'm only going to be taking 6 women, I didn't mention this, I want 6 women in this first round, because I really want it to be intimate, and if you get a lot of attention, and you know, right, Tanya, I really respond, and I'm very fast in responding, and I'm very thorough, because I just believe in giving you as much everything you need to succeed. You got to do your part, but I will give you everything I can from my end as well, so that your business and your life looks and feels like you, and you make money. Hello, because that's part of it. I just don't want you guys to be spending more money in things that you don't want. So the tier 1, where you have group access, is $350 a month. You get your 6 month for free. And if you join by the end of this week, you will also get a bonus 1-hour session with me, which can either be a bonus reading or a clearing session where we clear energetic stuff that's been blocking you from making money or whatever you want. And that's an extra $350 right there. So it's almost like you buy 5 months and you get like 2 months for free. And if you want to, if you know that you want my help every month for an hour, the tier 2 is for you. And then that's $500 a month. Again, final month, 6 month is for free. And if you sign up by the end of this week, you also get your 1-hour extra session with me as well. And we're going to start on June 15th and go for 6 months. And I'll be adding surprises, and I'll be guest experts and just other things that we'll make it our own as we go along. In full disclosure, the program is rolling admission, so if you want to start later, you can, but you're getting so many bonuses in June if you start, because I want to have the right group come together now. And so we'll go through December, and then so there will be other people that will be joining as we come along, but I will cap it at 10 no matter how many people are interested. So if you want to be a part of it, join Tanya and I and another amazing group of women that are just soulful and kick-ass, and just, Tanya has this sweet smile, but she is tough as nails. Don't mess with this woman. And so I'm very honored that she chose me to be her guide. So that being said, I know we're over time, but does anyone have any questions about what we discussed today, how to implement this into your life, and what's, anything else about what we talked about at all? If anyone has anything to say, please type it in the chat box, or if you want to unmute yourself and just talk, then by all means. If not, I will wrap us up, and I need to pick the person for the mini intuitive reading. So there's that too. There's some of you here that are live, so still. So no questions? Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you so much for sharing and for staying here till the end. So what I'm feeling intuitively guided is to, and the intuitive reading is just one question that you get to ask about anything that you want. And Heather, I'd like to give it to you. That's what I feel like. So if you're okay with that, we can chat. We're friends, and you're in the Facebook, the Dream Life community too. So if there's any one question that you have, and then you can ask me, and then I'll record it, and then I'll send it to you. Okay, so then if you could like that, woohoo, yay, you're welcome. Yay, it pays to show up, right? All right, guys, so if you feel interested or you want to, you're considering the program, please email me and let me know. Yes, bye, Katrina. Yeah, and if you have any questions, email me and we can hop on the phone and see if it's the right fit for you. If not, thank you for, yes, live your life in primary colors, as Tanya said. If not, honor where you are, honor what you need, and just thank you for showing up and being willing to live your dream life and to just be your amazing selves. I'm so grateful. Thank you for allowing me to be a contribution to you, however that was for today. Thank you so much. And I'll send you big hugs and big kisses. The replay will be going out. Hopefully, if I can do it properly, it will be active for 72 hours, because if you're not going to listen to it by then, probably you're not going to listen to it. So action rewards the bold. And yeah, so thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm so blessed that you're in my life. And you guys are in the Dream Life community. So if you're not, join the Facebook group, and where there's always magic happening. And thank you. Big hugs to all of you. Bye.